So first I'm going to start off with a primer. This is the Makeupforever Redness Correcting Primer. It's the one in the green tube. I'm curious to see how this compares with, I know NYX has a green one, and I also know that Maybelline has a green one. If you guys have used those, let me know what you think of them. Because obviously if those work, I'd much rather use those than this one. I do feel like it does help with some of the redness on my face, not totally, but a little bit. Then I'm going to take the Smashbox Photofinish Water Primer. And I like the way this feels. It feels refreshing, but I'm not sure that I would repurchase this because I don't feel like it does anything special for me personally. I know some people like love setting sprays or primer type water things. I think they feel refreshing and nice on the face, but for me they don't really do much. I rather mix water and glycerin. You can make your own primer that way. I did that a long time ago. I actually posted a video about it when I first started YouTube, which was forever ago. So I'm just going to spray this. So I'm going to take the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Oil-Free Foundation. I did a review on this, so I will link that down below. I did have to go get a different shade. Unfortunately, I had purchased the shade. It was a little too dark, so I returned that and I ordered a different shade, which was way too yellow. So I ended up going to the store and swatching some. And I feel like there's like no perfect match for me, to be honest. So this one we shall see. This is in Bamboo Beige. This one looks less yellow than the one that I had ordered the second time. So anyways, I'm going to use my Sigma Angled Top Kabuki. So I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This one's in Light Warm. I just like to dot it on like that. I like the applicator on this. But this is not my favorite concealer by any means. When I use this up, I don't think I would repurchase it, just because I do like some of my drugstore ones better. So I'm just going to take a wet beauty blender. I'm sorry you guys, if I keep taking a deep breath in, it's because I am so fatigued right now. Like I can barely lift my arms up. I don't even know why I decided to film today. I feel like I need to get stuff done though, because this is my day off, and I need to run a few errands later, so might as well get ready and film it. So I'm going to take this Giorgio Armani Maestro Liquid Summer. This is a bronzer, but it's in a liquid form. I love this. Like, this stuff is pretty amazing. You just need a little drop, maybe a couple little drops, and it goes a long way. And this stuff's pretty pricey. It has a little dropper like this. It is pretty pricey, but I can imagine this lasting a long time. So I just put a couple of drops on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my Sedona Lace 602 angled kabuki brush, and I just kind of dab my brush into the product, and I'm just going to like stamp it on. I'm really happy I picked this up because I've been really enjoying it. I've been using it almost every day. Not quite every day. Okay, I think I need one more drop. I think yesterday I used 3 drops, so. Oh, you know what? You can squeeze out big drops or small drops, so I think because my drops were kind of small the first time. They're probably too much this time. I just like this because it blends so effortlessly and it looks really natural. So I've been enjoying this a lot. I look like I'm beating my face. Actually, that's what it's called when you're putting your makeup on. Beat that face, girls. All right. Normally I do concealer after this, but I am so tired I can't even think right now. Oh, somebody's boxing me. I bet you it's Kristen. Miss Kristen from the Kristen K channel. So I'm just going to go back in with my beauty blender and just kind of help diffuse that with the concealer. So I'm going to take this amazing brush by Equal Tools. It's a stippling brush and it's new. I actually have 3 of these now because yesterday I went back to Ulta and picked up 2 more because they were buy one get one half off Equal Tools. And this brush is fabulous. I love it. It is probably one of the best stippling brushes that I own. So I'm just going to take my Kat Von D Shade in Light palette. I'm going to take the middle shade here. I'm just going to go over that bronzer with some powder bronzer. This brush is just so soft and it just diffuses the product so nicely. So I love it. Love, love. Then I'm going to take this shade right here. It's the one that's a little bit more, I would say, beigey, not so yellow or peach. And I'm going to take this brush by Up and Up. It's from Target. I'm going to set my under eye concealer with this, which is not really my favorite powder to set under eye concealer, to be honest. Especially this concealer because it's like a little bit thicker and heavier. But we're just rolling with it today. And I'm also going to take this right here. And a little bit on my forehead, down my nose. So for my eyebrows, I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomades. I have the one in blonde, which I'm almost hitting pan on this one. I've used this one up quite a bit. It's my favorite one, favorite color. Especially when I have blonde highlights, this one works better. I use it in the front of my eyebrows, and then I use the one in soft brown, which I have not had nearly as long, and this one is a lot drier feeling than the blonde. But I use that on the outer portion of my brows. This is the first time I've actually combined the two. I just wanted to try that out. They are a little bit dark, but once I put my eyeshadow and everything on, it should look okay, hopefully. And then I just cleaned them up with this concealer. This is the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless Concealer. This is a product I'm trying to use up, and as you can see, I'm getting pretty close. So I'm going to put on this primer. I've had this for a while. It's brand new. It's a eyeshadow base from theBalm. It's called Put a Lid on It. So I'm going to use that. Try it out. I might have used it once. I've been trying to use up my other ones that I've had for a while that are almost gone. But let's give this one a go. I was gonna say I'm not really picky when it comes to eye primers, but you know what? I have the opposite problem than a lot of other people have. A lot of people don't like eye primer because maybe it creases their eyeshadows or it just doesn't help with the lasting power. My problem is my eyelids are drier, so some of them dry out my lids too much. So we'll see about that one. So I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to take an angled eyeshadow brush. Sometimes I like to do the highlight first. I don't do this all the time, but sometimes I do. I think this brush might be from Crown Brush. So I'm going to take this shadow right in the middle, and I'm going to take a Sephora. This is the Pro Crease Brush. I love this brush. I think I'm going to buy another one. I wanted to get the Sigma E40 because that one's a good one that I've heard of, but I don't own it. And I almost just rather get this Sephora one because the Sigma ones aren't that cheap. And I know I like this one, so it's just nice and fluffy for the crease color. It just really helps blend and diffuse the color into the crease. So I think I'm gonna get another one. I think I'm gonna go for a cool tone look today. I think my skin looks awful because this past week, like I said, I've been lethargic and I haven't really been moisturizing too well, nor exfoliating. And it makes a huge difference in my skin when I don't do those things. That explains everything, I'm sure. I'm gonna take this MakeupGeek eyeshadow. This is one of the foiled ones. It's called Grandstand. This is one of the original foiled shadow colors. It's not one of the newer ones, but I wanted to go for something kind of cool toned. So this is kind of like taupey bronze. Well, actually it's more warm toned. Oh well. I thought it was gonna be more cool toned, but it's actually very warm. That's okay though. We can mix warms and cools together. It actually almost looks rose gold, doesn't it? That's weird. So I'm gonna get my primer water and spray a flat shader brush. And I'm gonna go into this shadow wet. Because you can apply these wet or dry. But if you apply them wet, they're a little bit more intense. And I'm going to take this Sephora brush. This is the Pro Tapered Crease, so it has more of a point to it. This brown right here. Then I'm going to take this brush by Morphe, and this is part of the Flawless collection, I think. This is the M514. I really want to do a little review on the ones that I picked up from that line. So I'm going to take this color right here. It's more cool toned. I like this brush because it's small and it really helps get the color in the outer corner. But it is kind of pokey, which is my complaint. Then I'm going to take this one called Magic Act by MakeupGeek. And I just want to put this like on the center of the lid. With this little detail brush, the accent brush from Real Techniques, I'm going to take this brown right here. and just apply that to the lower lash line. I'm going to take the brown next to it and apply that to deepen it up a little bit. My skin is terrible today. Terrible. It's just very dull. Need some vibrancy. I probably need to buy my argan oil to start putting that on at night to rehydrate my skin a little bit. So I'm gonna take this color over here, and I just want to warm up the crease just a little bit, just because we have a combination of warms and cool tones. Then I'm going to take the black from the palette and I'm just going to line my upper lash line with that same little accent brush. I'm going to put on some mascara. I normally don't have a bunch of mascaras opened at once, but I haven't really been loving most of my mascaras, so I'm just trying to use them up. This one's by itCosmetics, and it's the Hello Lashes Extensions. Let me just show you. Let me show you the wand. That's what it looks like. It's okay. It's just not my favorite. So I'm going to curl my lashes, put that on, and I will be back. So for blush, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in Fetish. I showed these in my haul video. So it's a little bit like a, kind of like a nudie pink, like an everyday pink. I really love this. So one of my subscribers went out and bought it because of me, but then she said she returned it because her cheeks ate it. So if you're like of a darker complexion than I am, this might not be the greatest blush for you, or if you're super oily. I'm not really that oily anymore, so I'm just gonna use this duo fiber brush. This one's tapered duo fiber brush from, I think, Crown Brush. So these blushes are not super pigmented on initial application, which could be a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends on your preference. I actually like it because I can build it up. It's not like too much at once. And I just wanted to give my cheeks a little bit more of a flush, slight pink tone to them because the eyes are kind of warm and neutral. I mean cool toned and warm toned. So I just kind of wanted to throw a little bit of a pink blush in. And I'm just going to take my powder brush. I didn't really put powder on per se because I used that, what's it called? I used my Shade and Light palette to highlight. So I had powder on some parts of my face. So for a highlight, I'm going to take my Kevyn Acoin Celestial Powder in Candlelight. And this was part of my Sephora VIB haul. This is what it looks like right here. I'm just going to take this MakeupGeek cheek highlighter brush. If you're a light complexion, this is a really good highlighter. See that glow? Love. And it's like, it's not like frosty or glittery. It's like perfect. Oh yeah, I'm digging that. Digging it, digging it, digging it. For lips, I'm going to take the NYX lip liner pencil in Peekaboo Neutral. Yeah, Peekaboo Neutral. And I'm just going to outline my lips. And then for lipstick, I'm going to take my new Marc Jacobs lipstick. This is part of the new Nudes collection. This one's called Role Play. It's really beautiful packaging. What it looks like. This lipstick matches that lip liner perfect. Like to a T. So if you like these types of videos, get ready with me's with like new products or just me chit-chatting with you guys, just let me know and I will do some, especially in June, because I will be free. So thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Bye.